Welcome to How to Participate in the Georgia History Festival's Georgia Day events, presented by the Georgia Historical Society. Founded in 1839, the Georgia Historical Society is the premier independent statewide educational and research institution responsible for collecting, examining, and teaching Georgia and American history. The Georgia History Festival is the signature K-12 educational program of the Georgia Historical Society. Each year, we select a new theme and structure a variety of educational resources and public events around the theme. The 2025-2026 Georgia History Festival theme is A Nation of Laws, Courts and the Foundation of Freedom. How can you, as educators, participate in the Georgia History Festival? There are several components, some in person and others as digital resources available on our website. Each year, GHS creates a digital booklet which expands on the festival theme and includes activities aligned to the Georgia Standards of Excellence across various grade levels. To accompany this resource, we also create an educator's guide and a primary source set. Join the Georgia Historical Society on February 12th to participate in Georgia Day. Start by watching the Georgia Historical Society's Georgia Day video. This video will launch on Georgia Day and will come with guided questions for your students. The video will be available through the Georgia History Festival website, GHS social media, and the Georgia Historical Society's education newsletter. If you have not yet signed up for the GHS education newsletter, scan the QR code. GHS invites you and your class to participate in the Georgia Day Statewide Student Art Contest. The Georgia Day Statewide Student Art Contests are open to all Georgia students K-12 in public, private, and homeschool environments. This year's theme is the rule of law in Georgia's history. Student artwork should connect to this theme in some fashion, focusing on lawmakers, court cases, and important people or events throughout Georgia history. Through the Georgia Day Art Contest, students have the opportunity to investigate the role that an independent judiciary has historically played at the local, state, and federal levels. Students are encouraged to use their creativity to demonstrate their knowledge of the theme through art. Some ideas to consider are highlighting important lawyers or politicians that impacted the judiciary throughout the history of Georgia. Highlight important court cases, or important people or events from or in Georgia who shaped the judiciary or challenged the public's perception of the law. All entries are virtual and guidelines and deadlines are available on the Georgia History Festival website. Contest winners are announced via GHS social media on Georgia Day. GHS offers 2 statewide student art contests. With the individual art contest, students are invited to submit an original creation focused on an important or influential person, event, or laws and policy connected to the history of the judiciary in Georgia and the United States. The art contest is open to any K-12 student attending public, private, or homeschool in Georgia. Entry is free and limited to 1 submission per student. A first, second, and third place winner will be selected in each of the elementary, middle, and high school categories. Classes are invited to create a bulletin board or classroom door telling the story of an important or influential element of the judiciary in Georgia. The contest is open to any public, private, or homeschool group, with 1 submission per school accepted. A first, second, and third place winner will be selected in each of the elementary and middle school categories. The 3rd annual Georgia Day Expo will take place at the A. Lee Shriners Building on Georgia Day, Thursday, February 12, 2026. Students will explore Georgia history through demonstrations, performances, and activity stations during this commemoration of the founding of the Georgia colony in Savannah on February 12, 1733. Students will investigate Georgia history connected to the Georgia History Festival theme, A Nation of Laws, Courts and the Foundation of Freedom, and the Georgia Day theme, The Rule of Law in Georgia's History. The expo is open to elementary age students in any public, private, or homeschool group proximity to Savannah. The content and activities of the Georgia Day Expo are geared towards the second grade Georgia Standards of Excellence. The Expo is open to elementary age students in any public, private, or homeschool group in proximity to Savannah. If your school is too far away to participate, please contact us to learn more about the school-based Georgia Day Expo. The Expo is open to elementary age students in any public, private, or homeschool group in proximity to Savannah. The content and activities of the Expo are geared towards the second grade Georgia Standards of Excellence. If your school is too far away to participate, please contact the Georgia Historical Society to learn more about the school-based Georgia Day Expo. Schools must register through Eventbrite in advance as space is limited. All schools and classes are asked to prepare by dividing into small groups between 10 to 12 students, each with at least one chaperone. Students are always welcome to come in historical costume, but this is not required. A lookbook is available on the Georgia Historical Society website if you need ideas. The Expo will feature 20 to 30 activity stations throughout the venue. Each station will have information on an activity connected to Georgia's history. The estimated time on site is 90 minutes. In the weeks leading up to the Georgia Day Expo, an educator packet will be sent to registrants. To help you plan your day, please be sure to familiarize yourself with the exhibitors listed in the packet. To register, access the Eventbrite registration link via this QR code or visit georgiahistoryfestival.org/educators. Click Get Tickets to start your registration. To register, select your first choice for an arrival time and select the total number of students in your group. One ticket equals one student. For example, if you're bringing a class of 15 students, you will select 15 tickets. Tickets for teachers and chaperones are not required. Each time slot is limited to 120 students. However, the number of tickets allotted for each registration is 100. If you need to select more than 100 tickets, you will need to register as 2 groups. If there are not enough tickets available for your entire group for your preferred arrival time, please contact Elise Butler. After selecting your arrival time and number of tickets, there are several questions that will help us know who is attending. If there are multiple classes attending from your school, please designate a single point of contact for the school. Ideally, that person will complete the registration form for your school. If you choose to have individual teachers complete the registration, please make sure to indicate the designated school contact. Once registration is complete, you will receive an email confirmation, which includes a reminder that you will receive the 2026 Georgia Day Expo Educator Packet about a week prior to the Expo. The packet will contain confirmation of your designated arrival time, directions and parking information, the list of participating organizations, and frequently asked questions. The Georgia Historical Society looks forward to commemorating Georgia Day with you and your class. For more information about education at the Georgia Historical Society and Georgia History Festival events, please contact Elise Butler. And be sure to follow us on social media. The Georgia Historical Society is grateful for the generous support of the Georgia History Festival sponsors and host committee who make the festival and its educational programs accessible to K-12 students, educators, and the general public across Georgia. The 2025-2026 Georgia History Festival and its theme, A Nation of Laws, Courts and the Foundation of Freedom, is part of the Georgia Historical Society US 250 commemoration and the Restoring Trust in American Democracy program. Scan the QR code for more information.